Hello beautiful people, my name is Lakna for anyone new. In this video I'm going to talk about some of my channeled intuitive insights with also related to Vedic astrology to do with the upcoming new moon solar eclipse which is happening on February 17th. This is such a I'm so excited for this day and for this energy to start, and it will be starting a few weeks before and ending a few weeks after the eclipse, because the eclipses carry this really potent energy which is like a portal of light, which is really creating changes within us and transforming us and shifting us into a higher timeline if we can make space for that to happen. And it's really exciting. I'm super excited to talk about it because I love Aquarius and I love this star Dhanishta. I have it in my chart and I really just love these energies, and I have a lot to share. I've written some notes that have come through a meditation as well. If you see me looking down, I'm just going to be talking about that. So yeah, so firstly, this day is super exciting because I feel that this is the day where we officially start the new year. When we think about astrology and tarot and like Chinese astrology as well, February 17th is when the fire horse year starts. And I really am resonating with the snake year being this year of past energies, old stagnant energies, going back in time to clear past wounds and transmuting and transforming ourselves and shedding old skin. The fire horse year is going to be a lot more forward movement and creation and expansion and growth, and just really fast moving forward focused energy. Of course, it's starting with an Aquarius new moon solar eclipse, which is also connected with Rahu, the North Node, which Rahu creates growth and expansion and forward futuristic movement. And so does Aquarius. Aquarius is co-ruled by Rahu, so it's very comfortable here. It's about this real innovative, new, futuristic, individualistic, really different sort of way of thinking, of creating new into our reality so that we can create change and growth and expansion. And that's why I love Aquarius. It's just like, we need change. We can't be doing things the way they have continued to be. Like, there's a lot of things, traditional ways of living, that are beautiful and that work and that are wholesome and that bring us comfort, but there are also so many traditional ways of living that are literally destroying us, destroying humanity. And Aquarius is that sign of breaking those patterns and of really trying to wake up the world to create change, and that starts with you being that example. But also, this star, Dhanishta, is a lot to do with, it's also called the star of symphony, and there is a lot to do with music. There is the symbol of Shiva's drum and Vishnu's flute, so that these are divine musical instruments that are channeled through these gods, and really symbolizing to us that we also carry that within us. We are also these divine instruments that can be channeled, and ideally we channel our higher selves, our spirit team, our guardians, our ancestors, and we channel truth and love and light and authenticity through us. And that is in the ideal case, and the more we purify our vessels, the instrument that is us, through eating clean and through meditating, through moving the old stagnant energies that block us from connecting with the channel of our highest truth, the more we are clearing our chakras, our energy centers, and healing ourselves and just feeling aligned, feeling happy, and connecting with love and the frequency of truth, which comes through love as well, and alignment with all of our being and accepting all of who we are, then we can align with our most highest self. But these instruments, the drum, the flute, they can also be played by other beings. We can, like those being those instruments, we can also be played, manipulated. We can be distracted from the external world. We can be intentionally or unintentionally just manipulated, and really we can sort of lose our way, lose our sense of self, lose our sense of identity of who we are through just not honoring our channel of connection, not honoring our intuition, maybe taking other people too seriously, being overpowered or seemingly so overpowered because we are choosing to honor something externally more than we honor ourselves. And this is a massive theme that I continue to talk about in the last, I don't know how many videos, but it has been coming up because of the combustion of several planets with the sun. And the sun in the universe is the brightest star, which is shining its light. And when a planet is combust or close to the sun, it means that the sun is actually literally overpowering the wisdom and the energies of that other planet. And it comes up, it shows up in our lives as well when a planet is combust with the sun in our own charts, which is happening to all of us right now, because like at the time of this new moon solar eclipse, all of these planets will in Aquarius will be combust by the sun in Aquarius. And when this happens, it's showing us these different areas of our life which have been stifled and overpowered by sun-like figures who are authority figures. Seemingly so, we have placed authority in these people. Could be parents, it could be partners, friends, bosses, managers, institutions like schools, teachers, government. It could be literally anything externally. It could even be a belief system that we've gotten from a religion. So many religions are so indoctrinating. They're not coming from truth anymore, and all of these things have taken away from our own truth and our own authenticity, our own sense of freedom and power and connection to our source. And Dhanishta really wants to wake us up to any of these programmings and to shake that up and change and really liberate ourselves ultimately, and to feel free and to feel connected to our divine flow and source of wisdom, to ourselves and to source and to our higher selves. And it's so interesting, I being someone who is quite sensitive to energies, and I see a lot of things that I don't believe the typical person sees. There have been so many instances where I have spoken to a person and I have seen it in their face will change, and they will literally, what I believe I'm seeing is that what they are speaking is they are channeling a grandparent, some sort of ancestor of theirs, and what they are saying is actually something that their ancestors need to tell me. It could be wisdom, it could be actually a programming that is coming through them, because it's not actually coming through their truth. And this is just my opinion. I don't think that everybody feels the same way as this, but personally I believe that yes, our ancestors have so much love and support and protection and wisdom for us, and when they are being channeled through us, that is a really powerful thing. But personally, I don't believe that they are always necessarily channeling through us what is truly meant for us, because there is so much ancestral generational programming that we are supposed to change and to clear and to transform and to bring new awareness to this earth and to create new energy, new innovative, more connected to love and freedom. Because when we think about it, the way that our ancestors were, we are breaking the patterns of our ancestry and our generations from the past. That's why we're here to, a lot of us, that's why we're here to sort of create that change. So yeah, sometimes I do see people channeling through their ancestry. It can be aligned, or sometimes it may not be. And sometimes what I see is, and I'm curious to hear if any of my other YouTube followers have had this experience as well, but sometimes, and I know like I have heard some of my friends have experienced this as well, but seeing a person's face kind of and body even morph into their inner child, and I see what they are actually channeling is a wounded inner child version of themselves. Like sometimes I have seen like grown men, for example, they just start to stutter and to speak in this way where they're feeling fearful, or there is something being triggered in them, and I just see this energy of reverting back into their younger state. And it just shows, it's just like why I'm bringing this up is that this star is asking us to channel our purest form, and sometimes we are channeling different versions of ourselves, like past, present, future, all coexist. Like time is actually, you know, it's a perception really. So we can become our inner child, we can become any version of ourselves at any moment, and we can relive a memory, a trauma, a wound. And like the human experience is about constantly re-experiencing things. It's kind of like a spiral, it's not linear, where sometimes having to go back in time and everything is perfect. Like if that comes up, it's perfect. You're supposed to, like, your inner child is going through this gradual process of healing. I don't feel that it's something that's just like fully done. Like we're always gonna be healing like onions in layers. But yeah, it's just interesting to think about like what, like being more intentional and conscious with your life and the habits that you have is going to help you more consciously channel your highest truth and your highest calling and your highest timeline. And I actually made a little e-book if you are interested in some journal prompts and some practical tools on how to really connect with your highest self and your highest timeline. I just wanted to bring this into this video before I forget, but please reach out to me. I will put my email link below so that you can send me an email and I'll email it to you. It is going to be $11 for this book, which is 11 pages long. So literally it's just like less than the price of a meal at a restaurant. Like you will get a little book of insights on this whole year of 2026. It is like a little portal of wisdom that I have channeled there for you through the Dhanishta energies to really step into your highest self and your highest timeline. So yeah, that's just a little promo there, but let me talk about some of the notes I have. So Aquarius is co-ruled by Saturn, Rahu and Uranus. So those are three really powerful planets. When we think about Saturn, there is this energy for Aquarius, which is like Saturn is the strict teacher, which gives us the wisdom of the need to do the hard, important things that we kind of push away, things like being disciplined and being hardworking and resilient and dedicated to what is truly important to us, no matter how hard it is, and doing the being dutiful and patient, persevering, all of those sorts of things, and being just really responsible, having boundaries as well, and really managing your time, because Saturn rules time. So there is a lot of that energy with Aquarius. And then there is also Rahu, and Rahu is a co-ruler of Aquarius, but Rahu is also creating this solar eclipse because it is connected with the new moon. Sorry, it is, yes, Rahu is connected with this new moon. So Rahu is about our real path, our destiny, where we are being pushed into growing, expanding, and experiencing in this lifetime. And Rahu can create a lot of distractions and illusions, and just a lot of chaos as well if we are not aligning with the most authentic things, which is why it is so important to have that pure channel, that pure vessel, through doing the necessary work to heal ourselves and to eat consciously, to consume consciously, even like the things, the people, the music, the TV, the things that we are literally energetically connecting with. Like everything is a consumption, it's an energy exchange. So just being really conscious and mindful and having a pure, clean vessel, so that we will be able to discern when Rahu is trying to create and expand the more distractions and illusions that are not aligned with our truth. And then Uranus is the liberator, the freedom seeker, the one that wants to really help us be in our most authentic truth and to express that freely, comfortably, and yeah, just truly be ourselves. And then the star Dhanishta, the ruler of that is Mars. So Mars is our inner warrior, defender, protector. So that is coming through as well with these energies. When we think about all the other things I said with Saturn, Uranus and Rahu, it is really wanting to make sure that we're taking the most responsible actions that are thought through, but also Mars is very instinctual. Saturn is quite responsible and cautious and patient and thinks things through, but it is a really great combination because we can just take really aligned, authentic, responsible actions with this star. And Mars is just wanting to make sure, yeah, that our actions are super authentic, but that we also have that courage to do the things that we need to change our lives and to make the important impact that is going to, not impact, sorry, but just changes that are going to help us align with more authenticity and freedom. So yeah, I also have written down, we will have on February 1st or 2nd the full moon in Cancer, Ashlesha, depending on when you're watching this video. It may or may not have happened yet, but this new moon solar eclipse is this real peak point of transformation that's taking place post that Cancer full moon, which that full moon illuminated to us the need to master the art of detachment and to untie the karmic knots of where we have been totally consumed by our external world and our reality. And this star Dhanishta, it is all about the art, mastering the art of detachment, and this star is actually very, very good with that. Aquarius is known to be this really detached energy that can have so much love and care for the world and for the community, but also be so separated from it. And that is a really powerful thing, because in order to create change, you need to be able to have a level of detachment, to be able to know truly who you are and how you are different, and how you can then share your differences to help other people, to give them insights, to sort of create this change in the world. Because if you are totally immersed and connected with others in this way of just losing yourself, your identity, you kind of forget who you are, then what's the point in that? And this is what is coming up with all of the planets combust the sun in Aquarius, is like these external authorities that have overpowered us and made us forget our truth and our light and our way. That is what is being exposed at the time of the solar eclipse. So I have this question written down, which is in my little ebook, but I want to mention it in this video as well. So it's a journaling prompt to really ask yourself, is there any way you have tried to change who you are, dim your light, or alter yourself just to get along with the crowd, to fit in, to not disrupt the peace, to sort of change yourself, your values, your priorities, your goals, just to not disrupt the peace and to not create that sort of uncomfortable external reaction, to sort of avoid from that. Something to reflect on, because it is important to be authentic in a healthy way, obviously, like with the emotional wisdom and discernment and care as well for people, to know when to say your truth and when it's worth it and when it's not as well, is important. But I also have written down here, the more you align with who you truly are and you follow your truth and you embody your truth and really integrate that and express that, as well as following your goals, your values, your priorities, and you are truly doing what is being called for you to do, when you align with every single part of your life with who you are truly being called to be and do, that is when you're going to attract and align with the most authentically aligned people, connections, communities, situations, even like jobs and opportunities that are so authentically aligned for you. And Aquarius is all about community and people, like the people. But to really connect with your people, you need to be connected to yourself first, and you really need to feel super secure and comfortable and confident and free in being who you truly are. And the previous full moon, which was in Cancer in Ashlesha, is wanting us to develop the emotional security and highlighting to us where we maybe are looking for external means of validation or emotional security that is false and not serving us. Like, there's a lot of relationship dynamics where we're getting this false sense of security, where we really need to step back and give ourselves more emotional security and love to ourselves. And like, that is one example. Like, food is another example. Like, sometimes food and like substances can not really be used for true nourishment and soul fulfillment. It's like, a lot of the times it's just to numb us and to distract us from feeling things. So that is an example. And by the time of this new moon solar eclipse, it's the emotional security is what is wanting for us to develop, so that we do feel really secure and comfortable and confident being ourselves, no matter if we are feeling connected to others and to the world or not. It is a shadow energy of Aquarius to feel like they can connect so deeply with others but not feel so able to feel like they are in that connection, to feel a bit separated and to feel a bit misunderstood. But the more secure and comfortable you are in your own skin, the more you're not going to really care about that, and you're going to be really accepting of being different, of being maybe not fitting in with the crowd a lot of the times, and that's going to be okay for you. And the more in acceptance you are of that, the more and more space you're making to align with the right people who really understand you deeply. And I have also that the shadow side of this star and Aquarius in general is hyper independence, in believing that you can't actually rely on anyone or anything outside of you. And this can actually be the opposite end of that shadow spectrum of being so emotionally connected and invested and losing yourself, being boundaryless and just needing the external validation. The other end of the shadow with Aquarius is being so hyper independent that you don't need anyone, and that will block you off to beautiful loving connections that are supposed to be in your life. And human beings are like, we're wired for connection, we're supposed to connect with people. So yeah, that's just something to think about as well. And also I have written down, because this is Dhanishta is the star of symphony, it's connected with the flutes and the drums being divine channels of wisdom, but also music. Music is medicine and music is so healing. So yeah, around this time, like, I highly recommend dancing, connecting with music. If you're a musician, like, get back into it. Really highly recommend. It's a very auspicious time to transmute all of the energies that you need to through music, dancing, letting yourself get into that flow state where you are that divine channel of just allowing the instrument that is you to flow through and move you, to let your ancestors move through you, and to your angels, your guardians, your higher self to move through you, and to dance and to maybe play some music if you're a musician, or yeah, like anything with music is going to be so powerful. And also just allowing yourself to be in that flow state when you are just super present and super connected with something, anything that brings you so much joy and bliss and peace and connection to yourself. Like, it could be anything that you just uniquely feel connected to within your being. Do that in this time and let the energies flow through you, and see what comes up in this time at the new moon solar eclipse, because this is a really pivotal time. The last thing I want to say is this star is also known as the fortunate star, the wealthy star, and it's not just necessarily about money, it's wealth, it's like deep emotional, spiritual fulfillment, spiritual wealth, physical wealth. Just what does it mean to you to be wealthy, to be fulfilled? And it made me think about how this 2026 year is a number 10 in numerology, which is the wheel of fortune. The word fortune, again, this star is the beginning of this fire horse year. 17th of Feb, we are starting this wheel of fortune year for 2026, which is like this wheel which is like turning, and it's just kind of symbolizes time as well, which Dhanishta really has a lot to do with the whole concept of time. And when we are trusting in the divine timing of our life, we are in that flow state. We are way more connected with just faith and truth and flow, and that is real wealth to me. It's like when you're in that flow state and just so trusting and in flow and harmony with just the whole consciousness of our reality, of all of the different elements as well. Like Dhanishta is ruled by the 8 vasus, the 8 elements, which are there's the sun, the moon, the stars, the fire, water, air, wind. There's one more thing. What's the last thing? Sorry. Space as well. So Dhanishta is about really connecting with the whole universe at large and the beautiful wisdom of our entire universe, not just the earth, but all of these beautiful elementals and beings that are also non-human beings, like our angels, our ancestors, and the elementals and the planets. Like everything is helping us, is guiding us, has these powerful wisdom to share and to connect with. And we need to not be hyper independent. We need to be open in our heart to receiving all of that guidance and to connecting with that in a loving, supportive way, which first comes through loving ourselves and being open, and in that divine channel, that flowing divine instrument, which is us, requires us to also especially be open in our heart space, because that is the bridging chakra which connects our higher chakras to our lower, and it just creates this free-flowing vessel. But if our heart is closed, the lower chakras are not, our body is not in coherence with our mind, with our third eye, with our crown chakra, and the divine wisdom that we're getting from source is not in coherence with our physical vessel. So our heart is like so important. And yeah, I'm just blabbering on about that because I think this is just wisdom that I'm channeling through, especially to myself, because that's a big intention for me in 2026, is to really heal my heart, which I feel I still have some work to do there. But it's coming up for everyone because this month is the month of the Empress. Being number 3, the Empress is about love and the heart and all of these Venusian themes that are coming up. I know I said that was the last thing that I was going to say, but actually the last thing I want to say is please look into your own birth chart, into where you have Aquarius in your chart, where we have several planets being combust, as well as the new moon solar eclipse happening in Aquarius in your own chart, to see that is the house that is being illuminated. So have a look from your sun, your moon, your ascendant, to see what is coming up for you, and if you have any planets in Aquarius. And also Leo, because we have K2, the south node, in Leo, and this is the area in our chart where we are being called to clear a lot of past programming that is disconnecting us from our heart, from loving ourselves, and from being comfortable in our skin and being able to feel like we can overflow our cup of love to ourselves, and to feel confident in expressing our truth and shining our light. Any sort of creative blocks as well, and any blocks to do with love, romance, creativity, all of that is going to come up with that Leo. And also a lot to do with our ancestry, any sort of programming from past and ancestral wounds to do with wherever you have Leo in your own chart, and any planets in Leo. So yeah, that is all I wanted to share. I hope that you all have such a powerful, transformative, transmuting, paradigm shifting month in the most aligned, beautiful way. I wish that for you all, and I set that intention that whoever's watched this video is also gonna receive so much support during that during this month of February, as we go through many changes in the most aligned, authentic way. And yeah, I look forward to hear what comes up for you all during this month and during this eclipse season, and any yeah, I'm curious to hear, like, especially if you don't have Aquarius in your chart, like how does this energy feel for you? And if you do have it in your chart, if you're a strong Aquarius as well, like what's coming up for you, and anything new that you'd like to share. I'm very curious. But yeah, besides that, I love you all, and I'm grateful for all of my beautiful YouTube family. I love you all, and I send you all so much love, and I will see you all again soon next month.